This is a special Midwest Minority Supplier Development Council Spotlight. Established in 1975, their mission is to provide business development services to its corporate members and to minority business enterprises. On this program, we'll look at their annual Midwest Business and Opportunity Fair and highlight the importance of the MMSDC and their supplier diversity efforts to encourage and increase small and diverse business connections with the world's leading corporations as supplier vendors.
I'm Dwayne Ramseur, president of the Midwest Minority Supplier Development Council, or MMSDC. We just finished our annual luncheon of the Mbof, and it really was fantastic. We had over 400 people attend, and business leaders from the community, corporate America, as well as minority business owners.
The workshops that we're providing this afternoon, first of all, provide people an opportunity to clarify their value proposition so that tomorrow when they go on the trade show floor, it absolutely gives them a better opportunity to be more succinct, to clarify their value proposition so that then when they present to the supplier diversity professional, they can absolutely maximize their sales opportunity. In terms of the word food, it gives them an opportunity to better understand the supplier diversity's viewpoint in the supplier diversity space and have more empathy for the challenges that the supplier diversity professional have in trying to sell them internally in the corporations.
This year we were very fortunate to increase a number of booths at our business exchange. Last year we had 61. This year we've increased it to 80. And we're really pleased with the amount of people that turned out and more importantly, the business transactions and contacts being made. I think that it will impact the community, increase revenue for minority businesses and jobs in the months and years to come.
My name is Robert Marsh. I'm the president CEO of Seneco Staffing. Well, this year Mbof was a fantastic year. I believe that most of the economic downturn has turned around. People are hiring. So this year is very important because it's a resounding yes that the economy is back, jobs are there, MBEs are maintaining, loans are being given by banks. So it's a very, very good time to be an MBE business.
Hello, my name is Keith Browning. I'm a senior sourcing manager for IT professional services and software with Best Buy. Well, the fair today has been great. I've had an opportunity since this morning to meet some very qualified companies. They have great capabilities for us to take a look at and add to our supplier base. Well, it's extremely important to us because of the fact that we want to make sure we have representation from not only our customers, but also businesses within our community.
I'm really pleased to be here because, they do so much to hire people. Big companies reaching out, making opportunity, smaller businesses really reaching for that dream. And, it's many years, I think about 3 decades of success. So, this is a wonderful thing, but at the same time, these companies, very few companies just go into business just to make money. You want to make money, and that's a basic necessity of the business world. But a lot of companies have a higher vision, So Gerber says they're in business to help babies and moms, and Southwest Airlines says they're in it for the freedom to fly. It's not just a slogan, it's a corporate ethic, So all corporations, particularly the successful ones, they know why they're in business and they know what they're doing. But it's in everyone's interest to say that we're going to address systemic pockets of those who are left behind and out of the workforce.
If those issues are really what animate your discussion, and you want to do it in an adult and I think an American way, you pretty much come back to the point, you give people choices. You give people choices by giving them good jobs. They earn a good living. They start educating their kids, themselves. They move up. They buy things. That's good if you're in the business selling things. And they make choices. And the choices they're going to make are going to be better informed.
So, what's really supplier diversity? I'd say it's the inclusion initiative that links government, public, and private businesses with minority-owned suppliers for goods and services. It's an important effort because it leverages, and you've heard that in everyone that's up here today, it leverages the core American values of fairness and equal opportunity in attempting to level the playing field in the U.S. and, dare I say, the world business environment. Diverse suppliers offer a different perspective on how things can and should be done, especially when it comes to reaching out to people in their own communities.
Our fundamental and number one priority as an organization is supporting minority entrepreneurs, supporting the success of minority entrepreneurs.
You have to have a diverse, welcoming, accepted workforce. There is not an intelligent person in business that wouldn't say, if you put him against the wall and you said to he or him, or she, you said, all right, listen, what's your most important asset? With the possible exception of a company that digs it out of the ground, with that possible exception, I think everyone would say the workforce. The workforce. And you want a workforce that's committed and will take one for the team and will be there at 9 o'clock on Friday night. And who are those people that make up that workforce? They're people that feel welcome and people that know they're working for something more than just a weekly paycheck. And they do that when they feel respected. And they do that when they see people that look like they look sitting next to them or possibly in the corner office.
And as each of you spend your minutes, which become hours and days and weeks, devoted to this work and creating opportunities for the men and women of Minnesota, you create eternities. You create eternities of opportunities for them and for generations to come.
Good afternoon, I'm John Taylor, JT with Cargill, Supplier Diversity, Director of Supplier Diversity, and it is my pleasure to actually be here today to accept the award for Corporation of the Year for Cargill. It's just a fantastic way to be able to celebrate such a great work that was done by the Supply Diversity Champions within strategic sourcing. As you know, we are divided up into various categories as well as BSSTs or Business Strategic Sourcing teams. And each of those teams and categories have goals and objectives that are monitored on a monthly basis.
Well, I thought the luncheon was absolutely wonderful. I think that there was a lot of important messages there. I think Congressman Keith Ellison actually talked to us about hiring more minorities. I think we all need to do that. And a lot of times we forget about that. And also I thought Vance Opperman was absolutely wonderful in his approach to the economy, his approach to even the presidential elections, that we all have a part in this. Even though it's small, the main focus is hiring more minority people, hiring more people, more jobs, and helping our community. So the speakers were absolutely wonderful this year.
You got to be organized. You got to join. You know, look, if you're a business trying to get an opportunity with a larger corporation, or you've got to be part of the game. That's where the opportunities come. At a dinner like this or lunch, you might think you're just having lunch. No, you're making good contacts. You're finding business opportunities. You're meeting people who might be able to give you a good information how to solve a problem in one way or another. So, at the end of the day, my thought is this is a great place to be, and I'm glad I was able to make it a little time.
Well, the biggest challenge that I see for suppliers is that they're a little bit overeager and they'll say things like, just tell me what you want and I can do it all. And for supplier diversity professionals, they want people to be very succinct and to have done their research before they present to a major corporation. So my workshop gets people to focus in on their top product or service and take the research that they have done so that they can capture the supplier diversity professionals' interest and help them decide how to use their product and service and either do business with them directly or refer them to a prime and get that opportunity so that they don't keep coming back year after year and waste their time.
We look for those diverse suppliers that can provide a tremendous amount of opportunities for all of the various business units that we have across the country. So again, it's just a pleasure to be here to accept the award for the team that has done a phenomenal job over the last year moving the supply diversity needle forward.
I really thought the luncheon was fantastic. Our speaker, our featured speaker, Vance Opperman, was outstanding. And so we're really pleased it turned out very well. And we also were pleased that Cargill was selected Corporation of the Year. So as we move forward, we continue to grow our business and serve the community better. We look forward to continued success.
There really isn't long-term a better solution to most problems facing business that frankly aren't solved by increasing the diversity of your workforce and increasing the diversity of your boardroom. And there's statistics that get at that. You can talk about larger numbers of customers. Some people talk about doing the right thing. I didn't say any of that. My interest really is what's good for business. And if you, let me give you an example. Nobody that manages employees, has more than one person reporting to them, doesn't want that person to feel they're part of a team. Teamwork is what they teach in business school. Teamwork is what they teach in ninth grade. I mean, and you want people to feel like part of a team. They give a little extra, they work a little harder. And you can't have that sense of teamwork if you exclude people. I mean, you know yourself, if somebody's standing over the corner talking to other people, you think they're talking about you. Or you feel some distance. And that, in a world that we live in this country, if for no other reason, you've got to have a more diverse workforce. Perspectives are so much different. I serve on the Thomson Reuters Board of Directors, and we're all around the world, so maybe that's an easy example. We have people from various countries on our board. Big businesses in those companies, Germany, India, Europe, Brazil. It would just not be possible to understand, and the words might be the same, the numbers might be the same, but boy, there's a lot of different ways of looking at things. And those are ways pretty relevant to your employee and your customer base. So it's good business, it's just good business.
As president of the Board of Directors for the Midwest Minority Supplier Development Council, I'd like to thank all of our sponsors, and I'd like to thank all of our participants for joining us at this year's 2012 MBOF.